Okay, cool. You gotta put the ground clamp on. We know that now. What's up, Buck? Doug with D&D in the Garage. If you can't tell from my tie-dye, it is almost the 4th of July, my personal favorite holiday. I like to celebrate by getting the flag out, putting it on the back of my daily, and dragging her around town, let everybody know. In this vehicle, there is a Patriot. This flag waves for the people, of course. The way I do it is with this little stand. Now, I welded this bad boy up about 15 plus years ago when I was just learning how to weld, and you can tell. It's more spray paint than anything else. Today, we're gonna cut this thing apart, do a slightly better job, and I'm gonna show you how to weld up a much more elegant one on a budget too, because if you try to buy one of these online, they're either really expensive or you get them and they're absolute trash. So we're gonna build an inexpensive flag holder that is absolutely diesel. The goal is you should be able to run over the flag holder with whatever vehicle it's on. Let's get to her. Alrighty friends, now to make something that'll hold a flag on a vehicle, you need two main components. One way to attach it to the vehicle, one way to attach it to the flag. In my case, I'm using a 2-inch receiver for a hitch. I recommend you do the same because it's super easy. If your vehicle has a hitch, boom, ready made. If you got a pickup truck, you might have some other options, but today we're going to talk about hitch mounters. So what you need is some 2x2 tube. You can either get a ready-made hitch like this one. I happen to get this one real cheap, that's why I used a hitch. But what I would recommend, if you don't want to go to Walmart and spend 50, 60 bucks on a hitch just to weld it, you can do what I did when I made this tire carrier. Now it's going into a off-the-shelf dual splitter, but this right here is just 2x2 square tube. I used 1/4 inch again because I needed it to be structural, but you can just go ahead and grab that. A 12-inch chunk of that from your local iron supply yard is not going to be very expensive. So the 2x2 to go into the hitch, then you'll notice I did something a little weird here. I wanted to go over so that this wasn't in front of my license plate. Unfortunately, here in Jersey, even the cops aren't patriots, and they will pull you over if anything is obstructing your license plate. There's a good chance if you live in a southern state or a state in the middle of the country, this is not gonna be a problem for you. Now you can see this is just galvanized pipe from the usual scumbags, think the Hody Po. Galvanized pipe welding obviously has some of its own issues, which we'll go into later, but what you wanna do is mount your flag first. I think this is about, what, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, just, you know, wood, would you still call it dowel when it's this big? The point is, do this first and match the tube to this. Don't do the tube first and try to find a flagpole that'll match. You can see what this is. You know, these are old plumbing parts that I ended up bolting together because I didn't trust my welds. That's not going to be a problem this time around. Without further ado, let's get to cutting this thing apart. We're gonna Buck, I'll tell you what, bud, it was a good thing I put that bolt in there. I pulled it out and put this thing in the vise and barely touched her, and she just, well, deleted herself right off. So that's what we're trying to fix today. That's why we're here. So here are our components. Now we have to decide exactly how we want to put them back together. I think first and foremost, I want to flip this so that it's up. Give it I guess that'll end up giving it about, what is this, a 3-inch drop? It doesn't say. Oh, there's a sticker on here. Let's pull a sticker off. Is there anything under there? Warning, blah blah blah, tow ratings, who cares? Anyway, probably a 3-inch drop. So we'll lift her, get about 6 inches of lift. That should make the flag wave more, because I noticed when you put a flag behind a Jeep, sometimes the way the air flows kind of creates weird apexes of the vortex, whatever else. So flip that bad boy up. Second of all, I think I'm old enough that I don't really worry about getting pulled over too much. Knock on wood. Don't know why I'd say that out loud, but still, I think we're going to do away with the very heavy, unnecessary cross member. I'm sure I have another project. You know what? Yeah, I think I need another tire carrier for the other WJ, so maybe this will be the start of that. Put that aside. Now, I still want to use this base. It's galvanized cast. Nope. Steel. Good, thank goodness. Oh, I knew it was steel because I was able to weld it last time. I put a little dink right there. So this pipe is pretty well secured in this thing. I think what we're going to do is cut it down to size. Let's go make sure it's going to clear the bumpers, because that's another thing you have to worry about. Then we'll get to hacking and stacking. All right, and Oh yeah, just barely, but she is gonna do it. That's good enough for me. What we'll do is we'll cheat this thing back to about there. So half of the tube hanging off the end. Who buddy buck? Tell you what, love the smell of burning metal in the morning. If your favorite tool ain't a grinder, we ain't got nothing in common, bud. That's all there is to it. All right, don't lick it. It's gonna be hot. Fuck, it was hot. My goodness. Some days I wish that I could take my own advice. Oh, but I just can't. Just can't. All right, over the bench. I don't have a flap disc. You want to try this thing? And I think that'll do. I think. Hey, I want a life hack for picking up, dealing with dust from grinding. Choose a welder, or a magnet welder. Magnet, look at that. Perfect. Now you don't blow them all over the shop. Alrighty friends, I'm about as far from a professional welder as a guy can get. I'm just a guy who happened to be able to afford a welder once, but I think, well first let's consult the usual here. Yep, that's what I figured. There's no instructions for how to weld galvanized plumbing parts. So we're gonna estimate, I know we want a bit of wire speed and a fair bit of heat. Is that gonna be too much? I have no idea. I just told you I'm not a welder. Make sure this thing's centered and where we want her and all those types of mean, nasty, ugly things. I think it's good enough. Let's get to zapping, eh bud? One to hold her down. Okay, cool. You gotta put the ground clamp on. We know that now. Christmas. I told you I'm not a welder. God, it hurts being this stupid some days, I tell you folks. When I say amateur hour, I mean that in my friggin' soul. But hey, the alternative is, I don't know, I sit inside and post on Instagram, right? I'll take the guy who's out there doing stuff any day of the week. Let's try this. Gonna help us a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. Went all the way under. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to zap it in this hole. There we go, friends. If that ain't tacked in now, I don't know what is. Just put new batteries in my welding helmet, and let me tell you, I can really feel the difference. I'm worried I was kind of going blind before. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? Protect our fancy workbench. This is the cutoff from that bench I made. If you want to see how to make your very own butcher block style workbench, got a card up in the corner there. All right. Oh no, we're out of wire. That's why it stopped welding before. Oh no, we're all out. The end of it. See if we got any more, or is this project getting put on hold? Alrighty friends, I may be a hack welder, but that's a pretty well prepared joint. A little bit of a gap. I don't think it's going to give us a problem. We got 0.035 flux core to the rescue. Hobart got a lightning. 40 wire speed, 4 voltage, whatever the heck those arbitrary numbers mean. Does that wire speed look slow to you? Nah, that looks fine actually. Let's go. Come on now. Fire in the hole. I mean, could have gone better, could have gone worse. Let's be honest with ourselves. One thing's for sure, I know she's burned in there, even if it ain't pretty. Yeah, bud, I'll buy that for $1. She's certainly gonna hold together. I'll tell you that much. I wish I had some gas. They would have looked real pretty if there weren't flux core, but beggars can't be choosers and hacks can never be welders. I think I'm not going to weld this one all the way around. I'm going to do a good tack there and a good tack there. Screw it. If the thing's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. We got a fresh roll of spool of wire on there, might as well use it, right? That means I can't get myself a good angle for welding and you guys a good angle for viewing. So as usual, I'll sacrifice quality for YouTube quantity. Thumbs up. That's better. At least I won't be embarrassed for people to walk and see that hanging off the back of my Jeep. Huh? Not teabag anyway, right? It's yeah, I'll hit it real quick from the bottom there. Alrighty friends, I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna go charge the camera We're gonna come back and hit her with a little coat of resale red, and we're gonna call this one good enough for government work, get on with our weekend. If y'all are looking for another video to watch and you kind of liked this one, I got a video on how to make this nice little project clip there. Hold on to your MIG gun, hold on to your grounding clamp. Good little welding project for a beginner welder, and personally I like having the clamp around. Right, kid? What are you dressed as today?
Elsa.
Elsa with mermaid hair, right? That's some cool hair, kid. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Thanks, kid. Should we get out of here?
Yeah, it's kind of smoky.
A little smoky from the welding. Let's get out. Come on. Hey, can you turn that off for me?
What?
Turn off the welder. You see the button right there? Thanks, baby. Let's go. Alrighty, friends. We spent a little bit of time off camera with the grind air, and we got her cleaned up pretty nice. I think I'm going to leave this weld on the back raw. Honestly, I was scraping up here. I wanted to grind off. It said China right there. I didn't want that on my Jeep, and then that little hole that I welded in there filled out. That looks fine because you're not really going to see it. The front, I think, is pretty enough, and these sides came in real nice. They burned. 10 out of 10. Let's see how she look on the truck. What do you think? Started making my own pins, hitch pins. Just get a random bolt. I mean, this doesn't work if you have to go to the store and buy a bolt, but who doesn't? If you're watching this channel, you probably have a bucket of 1/2-inch bolts. Go ahead, grind a little flat spot, drill a hole, boom. 10 out of 10, nailed it. I, for one, am always losing those, so just make a new one every time you need it. What are you gonna do? Slide that bad boy in. All right, that looks good the way she is, and it's a much cleaner look on the back of the truck. It doesn't look like I got this big contraption going all over God's green earth. Let's take our Old Glory down on in there. Oh yeah, I kind of like the flag in the middle of the truck. Not too bad, eh? Beautiful. Yes, it covers up my license plate. Boys in blue, you gotta understand what I'm doing here. You gotta understand. You see somebody dragging a flag, they ain't trying to break the laws. They're just trying to show a little pride. Cut me some slack. You can see the plate. I'm not. It's a Jeep. It's going slow. It's not like I'm trying to run from you. So what's the point? Why did I make this video today? Well, I wanted to find a way to say happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day to our viewers. I wanted to find a way to honor the flag a little, and what better way than encouraging all of you to run out to the Home Depot, spend a couple bucks on some random plumbing parts, maybe dig through your scrap pile at home, see if you can't make yourself a nice little flag holder. I think this thing's 10 out of 10 now. She was 10 out of 10 before because there's beauty and function, but now it looks pretty nice. Other than this little booger weld right there, you might be fooled into thinking it was a store-bought unit. And the long and the short of it is all this stuff that I did with the grinder, if you've got the welder and you got some hand tools, you could do this. You can even do a no-weld one. You could absolutely find the correct collection of hardware to make it happen. Dang, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty happy with that. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment down there in the squawk boxes. Let me know, you got a flag holder on. Did you buy one? And do you feel you got your money's worth, or would you rather have just built one? Maybe I'm missing. Maybe there's a real inexpensive one. You can get a real nice American-made one for 10 bucks. But what I can tell you, that one is American-made. Right here. New Jersey made. Driveway made. My garage made. And in my opinion, there's nothing better than that. So, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out our website, monkeywithatoolbox.com. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.